starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braille on Lee's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all you here in the building with me. A lot going on in the world today, and man, oh man. So, as you guys know, the big ticket story is far from over, and there are new updates. Shout out to Chit Chat with QT. We're going to get into both of Chit Chat with QT's video and live stream that she did and break down the commentary of the news. And listen, y'all know me. I talk about men, I talk about women, I talk about children. I get that there is the energy of wanting to have a voice in the conversation. I get that some of y'all want somebody to be a villain. Maybe this happened to you and you're putting your, how can I put it, your trauma onto this situation because you went through it. But in the same token, Alicia Brown does have a rap sheet. She did put her child in a car for 8 hours, went gambling, and the child soiled themselves. And she also named her child after the child that is missing. She broke 12 cameras and abused the dog, right? And not to mention, she also kidnapped her. How can I put this? She took her and Big Tigger's child out of daycare permanently and tried to leave the state of Georgia, right, without letting Big Tigger know permanently. And he has physical and legal sole custody, just like Daryl Williams had physical and legal sole custody of their daughter that went missing. So I sincerely do not get, right, how people can have all that energy, right, that has happened, and not believe that Alicia Brown is not wrong in any shape, form, or fashion. I don't get. I mean, Ticket TV's trying to defend her. Kim Pyre said prayers to all involved, and his comment section is dragging him. And then there's other kings and queens that are wanting to negate Alicia Brown's history just because their platform is all woman-based and hate men, or men-based and hate women. So it's just it's too damn much. So let's get into it, because higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have all of you here in the building with me on this Friday. Yes, indeed. So let's get into this here. All right, here we go. All right.
All right, guys. I am not going to waste too much time. It is
Chit Chat with QT.
That I feel like I'm reporting to you guys. But Big Tigger's wife, Alicia Brown, is on her way to Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she is.
Now, for those of you who do not know why she is getting transferred, during that time, right, that she got arrested in Georgia, she was wanted on federal charges of kidnapping in Baltimore, Maryland. Okay, so that's why there's a transference happening, right? So she's in an Atlanta jail. She appeared virtually in the hearing with her ex, Big Tigger, and now she's waiting to be extradited. She was waiting to be extradited. She's now in Baltimore.
On her way, I assume she is on a prison van on the highway going to Baltimore, Maryland.
I tell you what.
So I am going to show you guys some details. I do want to say shout out to my sis Simone. I appreciate you, sis, first of all, for letting me know about this service. And secondly, for letting me know, girl, I need to go ahead and check that text message. All right. But I am going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. We will go over some details of this. But this right here was just the inmate search portal for Hart County Jail. And
now, as you guys know, every state has an inmate portal, right? This is, your name, your age, your height, your weight, your inmate ID, all that stuff.
And you were able to go in there and put her name in, and you were able to put her inmate ID and all of that. And that's how you were able to get updates on her status. All right. And the current status is that they sent me via text, baby, is Alicia Brown was transferred from Hart Jail in Georgia today, July 21. And they also stated that if that new facility where she's going uses the same service that they have, we may be able to go over there and get some information and updates like we were able to with this one. But I don't know about you. This absolutely deserves an applause.
I agree.
Vistaprint is where your big ideas become bold apparel, so you can wear and share your brand in custom t-shirts, hats, hoodies, and more. Just think it, click it, and print it with Vistaprint. Print your...
Look, I don't know about Tigger. I'm sure he is happy than a... Oh, I can't say that now. It's already rumors out here about Tigger. I can't say what I was about to say, but I'm sure he is...
You know what?
Ecstatic.
I'm not.
You know what I mean? I'm sure the first baby father is ecstatic as well that she will finally have to answer to what has happened. Now, if you are watching me for the first time and watching me because of this video thumbnail and title, if you don't know, I'll go ahead and give you the breakdown. But you all should know that she was arrested on July 6, 2026, when she attempted to flee the state of Georgia. And she was caught right there at South Carolina's border. All right. But a little bit about the case. The reason why she's being extradited now back to Baltimore is she had an outstanding warrant connected to the 2019 disappearance of her daughter, Alicia Brown.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people's like, wait a minute now. She got a daughter named Alicia Brown. She's 4 years old. No, she renamed another daughter the same name as the daughter that has been missing since 2019. Correct. And at that time, the real Alicia Brown was 10 years old. She disappeared from Reisterstown, Maryland. She was seen getting in a white SUV. And back then, the police stated that they had no reason to believe it was a stranger abduction, meaning Alicia Brown was always the primary suspect. The question, though, is how was she able to just go on and live her life with that missing daughter since 2019? But the reason why they feel like she kidnapped her own daughter is because of that long custody battle with Alicia's father, Darrell Williams. Yes. And he had been
for those of you who don't know who Darrell Williams is, he is one of the many exes of Alicia Brown. Now, he did an interview with Tossaway K. I wish it was a more credible person who would have done the interview, but here we are, right? and he talked about all the instances that Alicia Brown made up false allegations of him abusing her, right? And he won custody of the daughter, and she left without a trace. Alicia Brown, rather, left without a trace. And it's interesting that Big Tigger and Darrell Williams both won physical and legal sole custody of their children, with this heifer being the mother of both of those children. That's just not by accident. Okay? All right, moving on.
Given full primary custody of the daughter, and Alicia didn't want that, and she's been allegedly having her daughter out since 2019. But that warrant again is directly tied to Alea's disappearance. Now, she does have another felony child custody issue, but this issue is with Big Tigger. So she has been charged with felony interference with child custody when it comes to Tigger. Now, I said earlier, I was thinking, I wonder if it would be a good idea for them to go ahead and have her to stand her charges in Georgia before extraditing her to Baltimore. But I now take that back, because that is absolutely more good news from Tigger. Imagine Tigger being in court, fighting for custody of his child, fighting alleged DV charges, fighting all this mess of a monster that Alicia created her damn self, in my opinion. Amen. Imagine how it would look if she is in Baltimore on Zoom.
And you know what I love about Chit Chat with QT? She is a full-grown woman. She does not cater to the fact of, oh, I'm going to be an anti-man channel in order to have a woman audience. There are some women that are like that, okay? They are who they are, right? They are against men, right? But here's the thing, if you're against men, right, then you're also against having anybody in your life that's a man, right? Same thing with men who hate women. If you hate women, you are against having the women in your life, right? So it just doesn't make any sense to be on Alicia Brown's team just to have a channel, just to have content, just to be in the conversation is stupid. When you know good to damn well that if somebody in your life had Alicia Brown's behavior, you would not put up with it for 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 second, 1 millisecond, 1 millisecond. Stop it. Everybody saw the video, and Alicia Brown did the most in the video. We don't have to debate this. Now, if you just don't want Big Tigger to win, just say that shit. But don't lie to your subscribers, and don't play in your subscribers' face. You know how Tamar Braxton said you let the puppy get hit in the mouth? Some of y'all are doing that to y'all subscribers. And when y'all subscribers call y'all out and y'all live, y'all say, oh, stick to the content. Don't be emotional. But then you say cut the crap. You getting emotional over your audience having difference of opinion than you. I'm just saying. Is freedom of speech not a thing? Is a difference of opinion not a thing? Is standing 10 toes down and you having your own mind not a free thing? What we doing here? Because I know plenty of men that would never put up with Alicia Brown's behavior. They would handle her disrespectfully. Socially, of course. Oh, you gotta be quicker than that. But there are some women that you mess with their nephew, you mess with their niece, the aunties, the uncles, the cousins, the nephews, the cousins, the uncles, the aunties, the nieces. They will handle that woman disrespectfully. All the women will be like, we're going to go by this woman's house. We're going to handle this. Family is police is a real thing. And for anybody to support Alicia Brown just to support her and negate the fact that she has done the most, you are a fucking piece of shit that should have been swallowed by your mother. Disrespectfully. let's continue on. And you know what? It makes me wonder about how you raise your kids, how you protect your kids, how you invest in your kids if you with Alicia Brown. I just can't do it, child. Moving on.
Instead of Georgia on Zoom. I think that is an absolute plus when it comes to Big Tigger. So I can see that could be the reason why there was no delay as far as go ahead on and pick her earth up for these kidnapping related warrants out of Maryland. So yeah, separate cases when it comes to kids, one with Tigger and one with Alea's disappearance in 2019. So this girl is in big trouble. And what does Funky Dineva say? I don't feel no ways tied. I don't feel no ways tied. I really don't. We don't have to get into it. I spoke about it in my video. Also, in my live before this video earlier today, there's some alleged tea over there when it comes to Alea. You guys go and check that out and let me know your thoughts on that. But I feel for the kids.
Yep.
First and foremost, I really do. I do feel for the dads, for baby daddies, for different kids. And she's been on some BS for years.
Yes, she has.
So I do feel for the fathers as well. I really feel for Alea because, yeah, just imagine all the things that's been done mentally to her as well as the other kids. You know what I mean? So I have to say this for the sake of this video, but again, go to my live and check out some tea. As of today, Alicia Brown is still missing.
Yes.
But we know that her father on July 7th publicly stated that he absolutely believes that she is still alive. All right. So Maryland, it looks like, has extradited her. She is currently most likely on a highway right on back to Baltimore. And then she can appear in court via Zoom for Big Tigger. She can also appear in court in person in Baltimore. Yep. So I just wanted to bring this to you guys. You guys drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts. I will go ahead and put this red back up on the screen for you guys. Give me 1 second. Just to show and prove that, yeah, she on her way, baby, right now, as of today, on her way to Baltimore. Do I still have it open? Let me double check, guys. My goodness, I have so many windows open, but I do want to.
That is the one thing about being a content creator. You will have so many tabs open because, like we do for Brayley's virtual tour, you'll find your main destination, but then you'll find other articles that lead you to another destination within that same destination. So you do have a lot of tabs open as a content creator.
Bring it up for you guys. So let me see. Give me 1 second. Let's do this.
Now, I want to start today's video with the best overall mattress, which is the Helix Midnight Lux. Now, this is the epitome of luxury.
So there is concrete proof before you get out of here. All right. And again, I want to know you all's thoughts in the comment section. Do you feel for her?
No, I do not.
Don't at all. Do you think it's a shame?
No, I do not.
That she's been transferred from jail to prison. Or jail.
I don't feel shamed at all. She was so hell-bent on a phone, right, that she got her ass locked up on her own behavior. And child, my thing is this, right? Would the rules go the same if it was your property, right? Would you want your phone back? This is about the principle of the thing. Let's forget the marriage for a second, right? At the beginning, middle, end of the day, nobody likes anybody taking anybody's property, right? And if you have an inkling that much that your husband or your wife is cheating on you, do you not know the mental health levels of people? Somebody can delete you. Be like, oh, you don't want to let go? I'll be right back. And delete your life. It is not worth it over a damn phone. And if you listen to anybody say, well, guess what? If it's in my house, I'm taking it at the expense of their life. Don't listen to that content, Craig, because that means that they would not mind being deleted off of the face of the earth if they got into that situation. Okay? I just can't. It's the delusions of grandeur from me. If it's in my house, I'm going to take it. Not knowing the aggression level of your partner. And just because you've been married for 10 years don't mean that you know all your partner. Because as we have seen these marriages, people do things outside of the marriage. Okay. All right. I just don't get that. Life is not worth it over a damn phone. I mean, when I heard that, I'm like, if it's in my house, I'm going to take it regardless if I think my husband or my wife is cheating. So if you have that inkling and your husband or wife deletes you or batters you, that's cool with you. It was still worth it. Okay. Ooh, child, some of y'all need to be under a recall by God and not be born. But child, that God allowed you in the world, and we just got to deal with your existence at this point. Let's continue.
Go to jail, wherever she being transferred. Oh well. Okay. Again, I think that this is how justice should look, and it's finally justice. Now, we won't have the final justice that hopefully all of us are seeking when it comes to Alicia, but we will find out when she goes to trial. You know what I mean? That's when we get that last justice. But again, on your screen, Alicia Brown was transferred from Hart County Jail today, July the 23rd. All right. But you guys drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts. Thank you for joining me for this video. Please hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribed. Share the video with your friends and family. Hype it up. Thank you for your gems and any act of kindness. I appreciate you guys. But most importantly, again, drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts. I'll chat with you guys soon. Bye.
Chit chat.
The one and only chit chat. Like, comment, share.
Chit chat with QT.
A beautiful sister. Like I said, I don't feel no ways tired about it either. I think that you cannot cause hell and expect for you to have a heaven. I just don't think that. And like I said, this is about children. And if you have the mindset, let me just say this on big screen. If you have the mindset that people gave a damn about this child because of Big Tigger, obviously that must be self-projection. Okay? You are projecting your insecurities onto other people because that's how you think and that's how you move and that's how you flowing in life. There are people who actually care about children because they are children, not just because they are famous children connected to somebody. Okay? That I swear, YouTube should have a mental health check. You should be able to take a mental health check once a month and just pull up some of your content. Were you in your right mind in saying this, or were you a dumbass? That should be a thing for some of y'all. Not for everybody, but for some of y'all. God. And I'm just like, if that's the damn case, like all the other children, and here's the thing, right? I get that everybody does their content differently, right? But there's been plenty of people that went missing that people talked about because they actually cared about. I'll never forget the women in Cleveland and how they were kidnapped and they ran out the house and this black guy saved them. That's a story in Cleveland. The whole country was rallying behind those three women. Nobody knew that those women were not famous at all. They weren't connected to anybody famous. So please, shut your Mitch ass or bitch ass up by saying, oh, people only talked about this child because they have famous parents. Stop that. You are illogical, asinine, and you move in delusions of grandeur. Because there were missing children in the 90s that people stomped the yard for, not giving a damn uck or ish if they were famous or not. People can do the right thing because they know it's the right thing. You, on the other hand, you have to wait for something to be important for you to give a fuck about it. not the rest of us. Moving on. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if you let it fly, it must apply. Good damn. Moving on. Just I can't do it. So here is this here, y'all. This right here is some tea. Let's get into it.
Chit chat with QT.
Hey, one person, welcome in. Glad to have you here. We are live on tour, hanging out with Chit Chat with QT. She brought the culture rather. It's not just me, but brought the culture. Some updates on Alicia Brown, the ex-wife of Tigger, and wait till you hear this tea right here. This tea, oh my God. Ooh. Hopefully your Friday's going good. I had your Friday on DoorDash right now. If you're in Ohio, we have this ice cream place called Handles, and you can buy one get one. Very small dish. I got 2 things for birthday cake ice cream. Just as a little, yay. You know what I mean? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go.
Builders. It's not our job title. It's a mindset. Base 44. We're done.
All right. Happy Thursday, guys.
Wait a minute. Why is the metal bar like almost like melding with her face? Because you see the brownness on the bar. Child, these AI thumbnails are crazy. Now, I will say this, right? I don't have a problem with AI thumbnails. I use AI thumbnails if I am pitching something, and it really depends on the subject. Sometimes, especially if it's a business or something, I usually do an AI thumbnail because I have to draw you in, right? I don't have the money to go build the concept that I'm going to pitch to you all. But most, if not really all my thumbnails, I still do by hand, right? I don't have anybody, I don't pay anybody to do my thumbnails. I just take the pictures from the different, articles I'm gonna be reading from. And then, I just utilize wordplay. And I love doing thumbnails because I feel like that's our way of speaking before the show. Like, here's some clues about what is going to be talked about. I'm not going to say none, but you can see where the energy is for each destination. Like, I truly love titles and thumbnails. I think that it is an art form. I've been playing around with lyrics a lot more, as y'all can tell. But no, I do think that AI thumbnails are cool. But also, so you have to be careful, right? Because great power comes great responsibility, and with our world having the attention span of a gnat and being that quick, it can be dicey. But as long as you're using it responsibly, you're good. So,
guys, thank you for joining me. If you can hear me, okay, can you put a 1 in the chat for me? StreamYard has been tripping.
Yes, it has,
and I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. I am going to say some hellos. Thank you for joining me for this midday power hour. And we are going to be discussing what Alicia Brown does not want released publicly. There was a new motion that was filed on yesterday, and we are definitely going to discuss it. So thank you guys again. Let me scroll up. I see Regina.
Well, go ahead and go forward just a little.
All right, we look good. So we're going to go through this motion that was filed by, you are welcome, sis, and I love you, Pat H. That was filed by Alicia Brown. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Y'all.
And I'll read page by page, and I want your thoughts on this. Hi, Sassy. Sassy yet classy. Okay, I know that's right, baby. No Name Faces here.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for listening. I appreciate ya. All right, let me see. Aquarius, the only real sign. I disagree. But anyway.
It's Leo season 365. Okay, listen. It is so 365 that we're 365 black.
Eternal I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it.
That part. Let's keep going, y'all.
Thank you, Aquarius. Virgos is coming, okay? Melanie say, ooh, child. Yes, Lonnie, we about to go through it. We about to go through it. So, you guys see on the 22nd, a motion and brief for protective order, or in the alternative, motion to modify petitioner, which is Big Tigger, for production of evidence. All right. So it says, come now, A. Brown responded.
By the way, as we're about to get into this, right? Did I mention that she also destroyed personal equipment? You remember the video of, plug it back up or something like that? Yeah, I forgot to mention that too. So basically, Alicia Brown is going to be asking Big Tigger to modify some things. Child, you the one in jail. You can't make any requests. Socially, of course. Because, child, your rap sheet is so long that it's like, child, any request you make is lie by omission. Okay? Let's keep going.
In the above styled action by and through undersigned counsel and files this, her motion and brief for protective order, or in the alternative, motion to modify petitioner subpoena for the production of evidence regarding production of documents, respectfully showing the court as follows. All right, that was a lot, child. And I'm not no lawyer or anything else, so forgive me if I get some of these words wrong.
You good, Chit Chat. You good.
Big Tigger, the petitioner, was served a copy of a subpoena for the production of evidence on wife's counsel on the 21st, which was Tuesday of this week. A true and accurate copy of this subpoena is attached. We'll look at it shortly, which is not addressed to any party or entity. Request jail calls made by the wife between June 1st through present. The wife is currently incarcerated in the Hart County jailhouse, and she can only presume that.
So it's been about all of June, right? And it's about to be July. So 2 months of phone calls.
Such subpoena is addressed to the Hart County Sheriff's Office and seeks recordings of wife's phone call. Wife respectfully moves this court to issue a protective order, okay? Or in the alternative, to modify the subpoena so that any recorded communication of the wife's communication with any of her present attorneys, which are privileged communication, not be produced by Hart County Sheriff's Office.
So basically, you guys remember phone calls from prison, right? And shout out to phone calls from prison. I still see them making it do what it do. And shout out to, I think it's Bougie Reacts, I believe. I may be butchering her name, but there are still so many people covering the Nesto case, right? And so she doesn't want her phone calls released. Phone calls from prison, check Hart County for Alicia Brown, please and thank you. But here's the thing though, right? The reason why she doesn't want those calls to be released because she probably has made checks that her ass can't cash and has probably showcased her delirious, deranged, and psychotic ass on those phone calls. And she does not want that out because then guess what that means? Just like the Nesto phone calls and how child people gave commentary to the phone calls. Like I said, the phone calls are still being released. You know what I mean? It's just like, child, after what you've done, you should not be asking for any modifications. You should be responsible enough being on that phone to not screw yourself. But child, here we are. You know what I mean? So, hey, one person, welcome and glad to have you here. Just talking about Alicia Brown. Big Tigger's ex-wife Chit Chat with QT is getting into a motion where Alicia Brown does not want some prison phone calls to be released. Let's get back to it.
So, child, I'm gonna break that down. In other words, she don't want them jail calls released. She's trying to say that me reading this, my opinion only, that, and let me go ahead and put this copyright disclaimer up. You guys know that anything I share is covered. It is fair use and it's permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Okay. But it appears to me, and I'll go ahead and put that copyright banner up as well.
Take a next level beach vacation with CheapCaribbean.com.
So lovely. Oh my God.
Get more food, more drinks, and more fun for less money with CheapCaribbean.com.
If you want an all-inclusive vacation, I am subscribed to Cheap Caribbean. I know all the deals on there, so CheapCaribbean.com, it's a vibe.
And take this down. Give me 1 second, guys.
But it's also a contradiction too, because the Caribbean can be expensive. So, but you get the analogy. Taking the expensive vacation and reducing it down to where you can enjoy it for your budget.
Put this back up. It appears to me that she wants to attempt to act like that all of the phone calls that she's made thus far has only been between her and her counsel. And you know, child, she didn't talk to her mama, allegedly the missing daughter, possibly, and other folks. So Big Tigger's team wants those calls. And I don't blame them.
Not at all.
So it went on to say, until such time as the court can resolve this motion and have an appointed third party screen these jail calls, the wife respectfully asks that the Hart County
the wife
Sheriff's
is being the wife is being respectful. Oh my God! The wife is being respectful. My ass. Hey, two people, welcome in. Glad to have you here. We're just talking about Alicia Brown. She is asking for phone calls from prison, not to be released. So that's where we are.
Record. They want them screened. You know. In addition to this pending action, the wife has counsel for pending criminal case in Maryland and also a pending civil case in federal court. Now, I wish they would have said, as far as that civil case, I do know that I just wish they would have specified the state.
Right.
Because, and I'll do that over the weekend, that leads me to believe that, especially since it was like a running sentence, that there could be a civil federal case in Maryland. And if so, that could be the other baby daddy, the one that is the father of the missing now 17-year-old.
Yes, Daryl.
But I do know that, let me see something here. Let me just look real quick. Tigger has a civil case as well. We went through that, some of it, the other night, you know, where she beat them home cameras down on the outside of the house and beat that poor dog, allegedly. So I do know that Tigger has a civil case, but again, this made it appear to me that it could be Maryland as well. She in big trouble, for those that don't know. Big trouble. Let me continue. What Lonnie say? Totally agree. Lonnie said typically inmates don't even think of jail calls being released, but Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs is up on game, right?
Now that's disrespectful to the Cocoa Puffs bird, because at least the Cocoa Puffs bird actually has a purpose. He is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. This heifer just is cuckoo because she is deranged, delirious, and out of her rabbit ass mind. See, when you haven't been loved enough in your life, it really reflects in your adulthood. Clearly, that's like naming yourself unpopular opinion and thinking you will ever be popular in real life or your virtual life. Okay, all right, moving on.
Right, this girl has been walking on eggshells since 2019, since she started hiding out that daughter. And just to give you guys a little piece of what I'm gonna be talking about, which I knew this, but if this is true, my location was wrong. But I don't want to call people slow or anything like that. I refuse to do that. But if you got half of a brain, you know that she's known all along where her daughter is.
Now, Chit Chat is very gracious to not call people slow. I do not call people slow. I just say they are behind the 8 ball. So the 8 ball is literally the last pool ball that you need to hit in order to win a pool game, right? So that's why I always say behind the 8 ball. But some of y'all are really behind the 8 ball. You really are. If you think Alicia Brown is not insane the membrane, right? So,
right. Rumors were going around that the child was in Canada, but again, according to some hot tea child, that child was closer than we all would have known. Okay, but let's go ahead and continue. Upon motion by a party or by the person from whom discovery is sought and for good cause, the court in which the action is pending may make any order which justice requires to protect a party or persons from annoyance, embarrassment, oppression, and undue burden or expense.
My God.
It's the audacity for me. Are they trying to say that she's the one that's embarrassed? She's the one that's annoyed?
Sure.
Let me know what you think.
And it was oppressed for me. I'm like, do we not remember slavery and people being strange fruit just because of their existence, child? You are not that oppressed. Okay, child. Okay. I don't get how you can be oppressed when you can do all this hell to all these men and get away with it. That's the okay. Moving on.
But it also goes on to say the court upon a written motion made promptly and in any event at or before the time specified in the subpoena for compliance therewith may quash or modify the subpoena if it is unreasonable and oppressive. There are certain admissions and communications excluded from evidence on grounds of public policy, including but not limited to the following: communications between attorney and client. Right? And those were the arguments and citations to authority. I skipped out all of the sections and all of that. But anyway, let's continue, because this is where she talks more about not wanting those calls. So wife shows that the jail recording husband seeks likely contained brief calls between the wife and her counsel. Provide such communication between the wife and her legal counsel should be excluded from evidence and certainly from husband and his counsel. Wife would provide that she communicated with the undersigned the evening before the court held that emergency motion back on July 10th that we went through, 29 pages of that. Yeah. But again, I hope that they really take the time and do exactly what she's asking, meaning screen those calls and release everything.
Yes.
Or every call where she was not talking to her attorney. We know from channels like phone calls from prison and other people that have given commentary on jail calls and all of that. Don't forget we had the Young Thug. Don't forget we had Nasty Nesto. And me on the outside listening in, I didn't hear not one phone call from those parties with their attorneys. So we know that Georgia especially will go ahead and screen it and still release it. And I hope that Tigger is successful and getting them
Hey
calls.
man, I hope phone calls from prison is
I'll
too.
give you guys a little notice in advance.
Let me tell you something.
There is an upcoming.
I definitely, if now here's the thing, right? And I do want to say this, right? Because I covered the Nesto Shirley Strawberry letter live. I was up very early, right? Because Steve Harvey said, I and Shirley are gonna be a strawberry letter. I bet you not bet. I bet you not bet. What did he say? How do you put it? I bet you bet not miss this, right? And so I was up early, right? I was talking to someone back in the day. I think I was 29 years old when I did that review live on YouTube. But I was talking to somebody else, and I was taking my notes. I think I had 4 pages of notes, and I was there from 6 a.m. all the way to the end of the show, and then I came on literally right after live to give the first live review. Now, you're probably wondering, well, Bray, why didn't you review any of the phone calls from prison? Why didn't you, review any of the content from any other Nesto content creators, right? Because here's the thing, right? What's happening on YouTube and social media is different than what the culture is embracing in the mainstream, right? And so you have to know when to hit, right? You gotta know when to hit the baseball, right? You gotta know when it's your time up to bat. You gotta know how fast to hit. So when it came to the Steve Harvey morning show, right? Because all these phone calls, we only heard Shirley Strawberry and Nesto, right? And it finally hit the Steve Harvey morning show. So that's where social media and mainstream culture and mainstream culture, came together, right? So I did that. I left it there, and it's still been ongoing. This story seems to have the same energy of it's never ending. And listen, the Steve Harvey morning show is a nationally syndicated show. The fact that this local morning show is getting this much national attention, that lets you know how big it is. But also, too, it wouldn't be as big if it was not for Big Tigger, who's been doing radio for 30-something years and television for 29, right? So, listen, you've been in the game for 50 years with both industries combined, which is an amazing feat, right? I can do half of that, I'll be grateful. But hopefully, a long career
court date where they will be on Zoom, and I'm gonna be in the bushes. Okay, yeah. I already set an alarm. That's how messy I am. But anyway, let's scan through this. So they went and referenced a previous case, and it is somebody with the last name Burns. In Burns, a criminal defendant calls with his attorneys were not.
What I would say to my younger self: go after things more. Don't be scared of failure, because you will fail, but you don't know unless you try.
By the way, if I knew when the Zoom call was, I would be in that thing too, for real. I really would. Oh man, let's keep going.
Sorry. In Burns, a criminal defendant's calls with his attorney were held not to be privileged. A state investigator requested and obtained these jail call recordings. The Burn case was concerned with the appellant's Sixth Amendment right, blah, blah, blah. So I'll say this, her attorneys are doing their job. If you guys don't know, another case that I followed and will be following still has been the Romika Meeks case, where Holly Johnson unalived Romika Meeks and currently is charged with 6 counts of first-degree unaliving. And I'll give her attorney credit, Holly, by doing their due diligence as far as going back and pulling up all of these cases where they were successful in proving what they are now putting a motion in for. Holly's attorney did that with the Safety Act in Illinois and all of that. And I think that is, I don't have to think, I know that is the main reason why she is out on pretrial release. And in this case, we shall see if this is going to make a difference on if Tigger will be able to get some or parts of those jail calls. So I'm not going to go all into that Burns case. Let's see. They said, pursuant to Uniform Superior Court rule, the producing party, which wife believes would be the Hart County Sheriff's Office, shall preserve the information until this claim is resolved. Then, upon the notification of this privileged claim and presentation of information to this court for in-camera review for determination of this claim. In the alternative, the wife would request that a neutral attorney be appointed to screen such calls and provide a report to the court as to which recording should be protected. All right.
Ciao. See, this is the thing, right? Alicia Brown's doing all this to cover her ass because she knows herself. She knows that she has probably said something on these calls, right? So she wants to have a neutral party. Child, you think Big Tigger would use these calls against you? I mean, if I was your ex-husband, I absolutely would. But also, too, you already have a rap sheet on your own. I ain't gotta do nothing with the phone calls in order to get you further down the hole to hell into Hades Town. Shout out to Hades Town. The musical will be in theaters for 5 days. Shout out to Bleecker Street for making that happen. Let's continue on.
All right, we're gonna go through just a little bit more. Again, her attorneys are doing their job, if you ask me, but Tigger's attorneys are doing their job as well. And yeah, I can see them saying we have no problem with a neutral attorney sitting in on this and go ahead and take out them calls with her attorney, but give us everything else, you know? Wherefore, wife respectfully prays as follows, that this court grant wife's request for a protective order or a modification of the subpoena, that the court order the Hart County Sheriff's Office to present such recordings for in-camera inspection by this court or by the appointed neutral attorney to screen such recordings, and C, that this court grant wife such other and further relief as is just and equitable under the circumstances. And they respectfully submitted this on July the 26th, and they showed the certificate of service. So this person said, I hereby certify that I have this day served counsel of the opposing party with a copy of the foregoing motion and brief. And that was done again on the 21st. And here is the official subpoena for the production of evidence. All right. So I'll read this. We shall chat, and then we'll go through a little bit more, some of that tea, y'all. But you are hereby required to be at the Fulton County Court before the judge on August 19th, and to bring with you into said court jail calls to be used as evidence by Darian Morgan in a case, in a certain case pending in said court between Big Tigger and Alicia Brown. All right, the following are hereby subpoena. So this subpoena, I'm assuming, let me look at the...
Please, baby, would you get in the water?
I can't.
Would you get in the water, please, baby, for me? Get in the water! Get in the water!
I can't.
Get in the water! I'm sorry, baby, come on. Would you get in the water for me, please? Please, baby, would you get in the water?
1, 2, 3.
How lovely. Not the lovely blankets, by the way, everybody. So there is the form, right? Right here, asking, for any and all jail calls, including phone calls made to. I am just going to read this. This is on the paper. Okay, I'm not doxing anybody's phone number. Just want that to be known. 401-702-0783. That's 401-702-0783. That's 401-702-0783. Made by inmate Alicia Brown, January 15th, 1989, between June 1st, 2026 through present. Okay? All right.
Yes. So this subpoena was submitted on the 21st by Tigger. And yeah, they wanted all of them calls, any and all jail calls by her from June 1st through present. Now, this is where I am a little.
Now, this is where it's going to be right here. So, courtroom 4C of Fulton County Courthouse at 10 o'clock a.m. on August 29th, 2026. Okay, so that's what it's going to be. Then case number 26CV008418 there. And the Honorable Alice Benton is the judge. Okay.
A little bit confused, guys. She wasn't arrested until July 6th. So whose calls are they requesting from June 1st through present? That part don't make sense to me. And I was concerned about this date. Initially, it said the 17th, and then somebody hand wrote the 21st. But that part don't make sense. No matter what, it's until present, meaning July 6th going forward. We want all of that. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Hey, Ebony Dancer, do you guys think that she's doing exactly what she should be doing as far as trying to put a stop to it? I will say from day one, I have been on Big Tigger's side.
Yep.
But
and here's the thing, right? We're on Big Tigger's side, not just because we never heard anything bad about him, but we're going off of the facts, right? It's one thing to be in a fandom, but if you can't call out that fandom, then what's the point of being in that fandom, right? And I think she's doing the right thing at this point because she knows her rap sheet and she's trying to cover her ass. However, in the same token, do you really think that even with this subpoena that Alicia Brown's going to curtail herself in these phone calls? No, she will not. Let's continue on.
I'm also fair, and I'm not going to say that she's not. I'm not going to say that she's wrong for trying to put a stop to these phone calls. However,
I agree with
again, going based off of the history of Georgia inmates' phone calls being released, we've heard them. Only difference that I can see when it comes to that is when it comes to Young Thug, when it comes to Nasty Nesto. You guys should know Ernesto that was married to Shirley Strawberry.
Yes.
They were being held in Fulton County Jail. She's being held in Hart County Jail. But let's see. What did Gia say? Hey, Nemo. How are you? I'm glad you're back. Gia said, in my opinion, since 2019, she more than likely has to come up with ways to get around the system. Hence, not the mindset of your typical inmate. Totally agree. From the time that she hid that daughter out, again, I don't even see how do people operate. You know, we spoke the other day about and I'm gonna go through this too, but we chatted the other day that, you know, very successful woman, owned a business, cyber expert, has a home that's gonna come into play shortly, right, and an apartment that she's been able to hold on to since before she married Tigger up until present. And but I don't understand her mind frame. I would be crazy as a Bessie bug if I knew that I was hiding out my daughter. But Gia, Also, I can see her getting real comfortable. You know what I mean? It's 2020. They not looking for me. There, obviously, there was not an outstanding warrant, or if so, it fell through the cracks. I don't know. So I do think that she probably got a little comfortable, but I do think that in spite of her being successful the way that she is with money and luxury vehicles and all of that, she does have a mind of a criminal. Okay? And a mind of a criminal did exactly what she did. She tried to flee.
Yep.
Allegedly was trying to get on up out of Georgia and, in my opinion, the country. That's the man of a criminal. You can't leave. Somebody that does not have a mind of a criminal know that there's a pending domestic case, criminal case, that she went back and told the popo that Tigger did. You can't leave the state of Georgia.
Big Tigger said, I'm going to call the popo home. Okay, let's roll. Okay.
You guys have an open case. There's open investigations, and you share a child. So a man of a criminal absolutely tried to flee the state.
Right.
Secondly, a man of a criminal, and I can't wait until it's released the damage as far as what she did inside that home.
Same.
But because right now the only thing that we know is she tried to hide some of his equipment and Christmas decorations. We know that the inside cameras inside the home were destroyed, and we know that she climbed up out that sunroof of her G-Wagon with her 4-year-old daughter and son, that Tigger, and destroyed the outside camera.
Correct.
That's the man of a criminal.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, when you have a man of a criminal, you think of everything. And right away, if Tigger's team submitted documents trying to subpoena those jail calls, and her attorneys was on it the very next day, first of all, good attorneys. But secondly, yeah, she thought in advance about this. So I am hoping that we hear. Exactly. Oh, Teresa, excellent point. What they are able to release. Again, we don't know if Hart County is going to be different than Fulton County. But
Correct.
Please release some. Please. Teresa said if she has worked in intelligence, she knows how to get around the system. She forgot this ain't intelligence. Okay, good point. But another point to your point, sis, is with her being a cyber expert and all of that, we don't know. A part of me feel like she may have had some government contracts and all of that because she had like top clearance security. Teresa, you'll be able to let us know about that. But she also know the procedures, I would say, allegedly, of the norms when it comes to jailhouse and calls and visits and things like that. So we shall see. We shall see. Sassy said, sis is locked up for sure, and rightfully so, and she doesn't want the calls recorded. Right. Well, they're going to record them. However, what she's fighting for is for those recordings to not be released to the public or Tigger. Okay. Let's see.
She knows if those phone calls get released and we break down those phone calls, it's more over for her than what we're doing now. And to be real with y'all, I know I call her Toss Away K, but she did have the interview with Darrell Williams. I would not mind one phone call being broken down by Toss Away K. Just one. That's it. We don't need no more from her. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. Let's continue on.
See what you guys are saying, and then we're gonna get into a little tea. Yes, isn't that odd, Lonnie? And just to show you, I'm not just reading it. I'm going to put it back up on this screen. That's very odd. It's this one. Hold on. All right, so let me blow this up. And let me remove your comment. Let me remove this. Child, where is that? Down here? All right. And Lonnie, if you look where I'm going to highlight, it says, let me do something else. Okay, so now it's up. It now says the following are hereby subpoenaed. All jail calls, including calls to, ooh, child, is that somebody's number?
Mm-hmm.
Lord, be. Hold on, guys. Let me write it down first. Ooh, child, give me 1 second.
Pinwheel is a real smartphone designed.
The thing I love about Chit Chat is she is so present with her audience. She doesn't mind being wrong sometimes, unlike some of you Mitches and bitches. But most of all, she is always utilizing curiosity as a tool. And we should do that more often, all of us. Some of y'all are very selective thinking, selective hearing, and selective seeing as a content creator. Now, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if you let it fly, it must apply.
Designed for kids and teens with no web browser and no social media. You can adjust the phone to grow with your child. Choose from almost 1,000 vetted apps for schoolwork, streaming music, and more. All guided by Pinwheel's exclusive info label.
Now, that is really cool. Shout out to Pinwheel.
I thought I had everything covered. That gotta be Tigger's number. Was, because if he's smart, he changed. Let me write it down before I block it out.
Now, listen, I don't know if that's Tigger's number, okay? But it's a number.
Is that?
Okay.
Okay, let me bring it back up for Lonnie. But you see here. Uh-oh, let me go back. Let me do this.
Wow.
So yeah, to that number, made by any calls made by Alicia Brown between June 1st through present. Oh shit, y'all can't see it. Hold on. Oh, I hope you guys weren't able to see that number. But how is that possible? So Lonnie, right here, between June 1st through present. That's weird. That's weird. You know, were there any previous? Let me go back to June 1st. Hold on. Let's look. Let's be nosy, child. That's why we here. Right. So even when it comes to this, the first filing for this case, oh, let me try something else real quick, was June the 11th. And we know that is when she went into...
Something had to happen June 1st in order for that to be
the police station.
First day of calls.
I think they said it was 22 days later or whatever. She went into that police station and said, I changed my mind. He did do this. So that was June 11th. I don't know where they're getting June 1st from, but
that is odd.
Let me do something while we are live. Let me duplicate this window. Let me do a search just by the names. Hold on.
Does it may come up June? It may come
because that is possible.
June 1st for that person. So anytime that you are
that there's more.
So anytime that you are like researching, right? And this is not just for court documents. This is also for Twitter. Y'all know how I check my logograms, bitch ass, every time when I come on live. I do my research. So anytime I go on Twitter, I can just type in my logogram's name and I can go to recent, right? There's top, then there's recent, right? And I can see everything, right? So Chit Chat is looking up Alicia Brown's name. If you have, if if your name is filed, right, then everything that is related to you will be under that. So maybe she's looking up Alicia Brown's name because maybe she can hit from oldest to newest, and then that will be how she finds the June 1st document.
I want newest to oldest. Okay, so I just did a search with her name to see if there was something in June other than when she went back down there and found. Oh, I wonder if this is her child. What is this? Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back to that. Child. Hold on, guys. Now I gotta duplicate this again.
I kind of like
that's hard. From 2017. What is that? Okay, let me look.
I like a woman with a little aggression. I like a woman who is purposely emotional, but also too she is intellectually in tune. So when she did, just being frustrated. That was that because Chit Chat. She's smooth, but she got some soul to her. You know what I mean? She's like a fine whiskey. Flavor is full embodied, but it's got some bite to it. You know what I mean? But it's a good bite that you don't mind drinking. You know what I mean? But anyway, I really need to stop.
And then we're gonna get to some tea. One second. Jeopardy music for you guys, because now I'm being nosy. Let's see. Okay, so I can't find it now, but I promise you guys I'll do a search and see if I could find something like from June, because that just does not make sense to Lonnie or myself. Okay, why would they want to go back that far? He wasn't locked up on June 1st. And again, to show you guys the trail of, when it comes to the dates, it started June 11th until now.
That is odd.
Weird. I don't know, weird. Aquarius. I don't know if he had a prenup or not. What I do know is it appears that her properties remained hers. She has a house in Georgia as well as an apartment that she still, owns. And vehicles that was hers is still hers. So it seems like in his home is his home. His vehicle is his home. So I don't know if they had a prenup or not, but it looked like they both protected each other's properties, I guess. Okay, you asked. We're going to get into it. Let me start your comment. Hold on, Lonnie. I find it strange that they didn't have an Amber Alert for the missing child. Excellent point, Ebony Dancer. And that was discussed. Well, no, I take that back. Don't hold me to this. I believe that I heard through the grapevine that when it comes to the missing daughter, there was not an immediate Amber Alert, allegedly. And if I'm not mistaken, it just popped up in my head. There was one like a week to 10 days or so later.
Okay.
But that is strange. And what's strange is, how was this lady, Alicia, just, walking around every day without a care in the world? Right. So that's why I said that, and maybe this civil suit, once I look into it, I don't know if that's in Baltimore or Georgia or both, but the father of that daughter absolutely should sue. There's no way in the world that she should have been able to run a business, be out here in public,
correct,
renting homes, buying property, buying vehicles, and all of that in her government name. So outside of the Amber Alert, I agree. I agree with the Amber Alert, what you said as well, but include that.
Correct.
Innocent Instigator said that woman has been able to change her identity years prior with all this new technology. I think it's easier now to catch up it wasn't all this social media back then and info on the internet. The innocent instigator, when I first reported on this, because that's what was going around, that she absolutely was going under a different name. However, if that would have been the case, even when it comes to the felony warrant and all of that, even when it comes to the documents that we are looking at now, they would have her government original name. So she has not been successful in hiding her identity because she hasn't changed it. Right. Now, there are rumors going around that the middle name may be different, but she's always been known as Alicia Brown. You know what I mean? And that comes from the missing child's father. Correct. As well.
Yes.
That's her name. And the other man that spoke out and said she was cuckoo. Let's see. Oh, speaking of government, child, let me move this. Let's see. Let me go up to the top.
When people hear the words print on demand, they picture a graphic slapped onto a basic tee. But that's not necessarily how you build a brand. In fact, this is print on demand too. I didn't buy in the inventory. I didn't print this myself, but it's not what people picture when they hear print on demand.
But we went over the motion that was filed, officially filed, e-filed yesterday. They say she's successful, but yet she left her child in a cold car in Maryland. Yes, we went through that to gamble. Yes. She really is a cyber security expert. You don't have to wonder about that. She really is. Obviously.
I know Chit Chat meant that from the sincerity of her heart. But I know Chit Chat's like, she truly is in cybersecurity. But how the hell can this much of a mentally damaged, deranged, and delirious person have that high, can be in that high of an industry? I mean, this is basically the Milagro Graham's version if she actually had a career. Child, let's roll on.
Lonnie, she lived a double life, had not a daughter and everything else. But on the other hand, when it comes to her professional life, she's been very successful, if you will. She has a staff, she has a business, she got money, she got luxury vehicles. All of this is in her name. So she's obviously living a double life because of the daughter, because of what you mentioned when that child was 4 years old. And for the most part, she's successful in, we shall see, being a criminal. She has not been convicted yet. So she definitely successful in outsmarting the system, if you will. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Terry T, baby. Well, Nanya. And hey, Nanya. Nanya, you changed your name because at one point it was Business, correct? But you are absolutely right. She was absolutely trying to kidnap Tigger's child as well.
Correct.
And that's when they caught her right there on that South Carolina border. Yep. So yes, she a criminal. She is. And look, I don't know if you guys know, but the jails, no matter where they are located, it's a lot of people that once were successful. It's a lot of people that had it going on in life. So until she is truly, truly convicted, she's a successful criminal right there in jail. Mm-hmm. But she has lived a life, and I think that's what attracted Tigger to her. Now, I don't know what the man knew as far as the history of the daughter and all of that. But speaking of that, I don't know if you guys heard this. Let me do I have everything is alleged? Let me take that down for a minute. I did have another document I wanted to share. What I do with my everything is alleged. Hold on, guys. Let me give you guys some alleged tea. Let me put.
This is alleged.
See what I can
I
find.
didn't say it.
Pictures.
Chit chat is
Document.
just repeating something that is alleged.
Download.
Chit chat did nothing wrong. Okay. Listen. And sincerely, if I was going through anything, I would rather chit chat with QT and some others report on what I'm going through than others that just will be praying. Because there's a difference between praying and praying. Okay? All right, moving on.
Oh, I'm gonna have to keep this up with this. Ooh, child, let me tell you guys now. I don't know if you guys heard some of the damn. And my apologies, my sis didn't tell me that. I mentioned somebody's name by mistake. The beauty, she didn't tell me that. Okay. My apologies about that. However, allegedly, would you?
That's what a responsible person does. Like, oh, damn, I did that. Did not mean to do it. Sincerely sorry. You own up to it fully, not just what you want to be responsible for, and then try to skate out of it. But you own up to it fully, and then you move on.
Guys believe that the missing daughter, allegedly has been right there in Georgia all this time? Put a 1 in the chat.
You know what?
Do you believe that I have? But the daughter.
We saw that buying a mattress is way too confusing and way too expensive. We started.
I'm gonna put my 1. Allegedly. Would you guys believe that the missing daughter, allegedly has been right there in Georgia all this time?
Now, here's the thing, right? This missing daughter, Daryl Williams had custody of, right? So I would think, right, that this missing daughter would be in Baltimore, right? Or would be with another family member, not in Georgia. However, right? If Alicia Brown is in Georgia and she knows where her daughter is, she will want to keep a close eye on her daughter, right? So it's a possibility.
Put a 1 in the chat. Do you believe that allegedly, or do you find it hard to believe? Put a 1, hard to believe. Put a 2, if no, it's believable. 1, hard to believe. And I'll go into a little bit more. 2, if you can believe that. I'll put my 1, hard to believe. Hey, Mika. I'm going to put my 1. Allegedly, guys, this daughter has been living in Georgia, not with her mama, all this time. Allegedly, the daughter is the one that is under a different name.
Honestly, we should have used a condom, but we got distracted.
Honestly, we've been together for
which, if we think about a dumb criminal, which is Alicia, because she did name the other daughter the same exact name.
Correct.
As the missing daughter.
Right.
But allegedly, the daughter is the one that's going under a different name.
Okay.
There's more. 1 is hard to believe. 2, I could believe it. So again, when you are a bright individual, but dumb, like Alicia, smart, book smart, street smart, not so much, but I don't even know if I can say that because she has been able to get away with this stuff for 7 years.
Yes.
7 years. However,
7 is the
that
number of
makes sense,
completion.
and then I'll get into a little bit more. I'm not going to give the city and state where allegedly the daughter is possibly still, unless they didn't pick her up, which they probably did. It makes sense to me why she would retain that house and apartment. So again, with her being a cyber expert, we don't know the step that she's most likely could have taken to
Applebee's 2 for $25. Get 1 full-size appetizer and 2 entrees, like our new bacon cheeseburger wonton tacos appetizer.
Those are good.
Seasoned beef, melty cheese, and bacon, all wrapped in a wonton shell. Only at Applebee's.
Now, I will say this. If the daughter is under a different name, maybe she did that so that way she can have her anonymity. Because guess what? If you rename your daughter after that missing daughter and that daughter is free to move about, that means Alicia can't have a hold on her, which is very smart on that child. Right? So, let's continue on. But that's alleged. I do not know that for sure.
Make it not appear that the home and apartment wasn't in her name. You know, was it in the mama name? Allegedly, because Tigger's lawyer, his team, they're the ones that mentioned her property and all of that, the home and the apartment. Did she have it in a friend's name? Allegedly, the daughter has been living with a friend.
Okay.
But as far as the tea that's been out here, the daughter was working at a restaurant. Again, under a different name.
Okay.
And somehow, some way, allegedly, the daughter quit that restaurant that she was working at right before all of this news broke.
Wow.
I'll get you all's thoughts and see what you voted in the chat once I'm done. Let me see. Also, allegedly. Now I'm going to say this part. I did hear the dad say the authorities notify him as well, but allegedly, somebody else, once all this stuff came to the limelight, provided the daddy of the missing child this information.
Okay.
And that, because a lot of people saying, how do he know she's alive? How does she know? How does he know? How does he know? I can guarantee you this. And again, all of this is alleged. I don't know nothing. I don't even know if this is the truth. I'm just telling you guys what's out in these social media streets. This came from TikTok, actually. If this was shared with the daddy by someone other than the authorities, it is highly likely, and it better be just fact, that he took that information to the authorities. Now, based off of how he's been moving since 2019, I don't see why he wouldn't. But he did come out here and said it with his chest that he knew that that girl was alive.
Wow.
Now, I don't know if that girl was staying in one of these properties that Tigger's wife kept, but I wouldn't be shocked. That would also explain, again, we're talking about smart, book smart, but dumb, street smart. That would explain, because dumb, street smart dumb, to me, is with your missing daughter, you didn't make a post.
Yep.
I don't know who would believe that she was not missing if the mama didn't make a post.
Correct.
So that was a giveaway. Not one post since her daughter came up missing. Let me know that. Who put it in the chat? she knew all this time where her daughter was.
Wow. Woo, heavy, 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 and heavy. Give me a moment, y'all. I want to see if there is any more here. Okay, no, I think that's pretty much it. You know, it is quite sad to me. And by the way, shout out to Chit Chat with QT. Love that sister very much. It is quite sad to me that in the midst of all of this, people are more about being on the side of wrong because of trauma bonding their pain with somebody, rather than being on the side of right is right and wrong is wrong over a child. This is as bad as saying that you're not for somebody, but yet they call you out in your chat, and you say you windmilling in the chat and da-da-da-da-da-da. Child, you windmilling by reading the documents in a fashion that is favorable. You windmilling as well, heifer. Or Mitch, we equal opportunity around here. But it really, like, so everybody doesn't lean one way or another. Are we really doing this sincerely? Like I said, there's nothing wrong with leaning one way or the other, but if you're gonna lean one way or the other, lean one way or the other based on facts and not just because, oh, I agree. Unless your brain then developed up to the age of 26. Because some of y'all don't have the attention span to do a live stream. Well, at least that's what one of y'all said. Now, I don't know who said it. It's also like one of y'all said, I don't go to where I'm not invited, but you don't show yourself in inviting fashion. But that's neither here nor there either. But sincerely, I'm glad that she got transferred to Baltimore. I'm glad she is locked up. I am glad that the child is alive. Now, until we get confirmation, until we get confirmation that everything, until we get a confirmed connection, that everything is crystal clear, that actually, like we see the daughter, right? Then okay. And I believe Big Tigger is going to win this. I really do. And I do hope those phone calls are released. And if they are released, believe me, we will be playing them and talking about them over here. Okay? So, that's it for me. I'm going to turn on my camera now because we done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. What a live stream here. We're going to take a little bit of a commercial breaky break, and then we'll be back with more right after this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Roll it, everybody.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Brave lonely, got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Brave lonely's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Brave lonely's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. step, a voice so clear, the pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor, every moment is a savior, every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power, to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be, Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth, we're free, trust and believe. It's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story. But in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and mirrors commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it. McDonald's.
I love you that much. I love you so much, rather I had to tell you thrice. Welcome back in the Brayley's virtual tour live. Glad to have all you here. Shout out to the Chit Chat with QT. We're dropping that intel on Alicia Brown, child. That story. Ooh, it is ongoing. We will continue to cover it because when it comes to children, it is non-negotiable. And here is the gag, ladies and gentlemen. Let me come on camera and say this. If Big Tigger were to have done a fifth quarter or a half or all of what Alicia Brown did, I would be on his ass too. Back off camera. Don't give me that BS reasoning of, well, oh, you just doing this because it's a black woman. No. If a black father or a black mother doesn't give a damn uckerish about their child, I'm going to call them out on it. Sorry. Like, once again, self-projecting. I am projecting the mirror, and the reflection is you're the insecurity. In the words of Candace Dillon Bassett, shout out to her. Listen, y'all, let's go ahead and get out here. We just have one more tour for y'all tonight. We're going to talk about Amanda Seales, child, because y'all, when I tell y'all, sincerely, I don't know what's going on with Amanda Seales. I know that Tavis Smiley stupidly, in his broken, dilapidated, decrepit behavior, decided to give Amanda Seales a radio show on that talk radio station out of LA, which is black owned. Shout out to that. But child, no. And here is the live stream. Here, y'all. Wait till y'all see this video tonight. We're gonna talk about it tonight at 8:30. Okay, so I gotta get ready to get out of here so we can get ready to talk about her at 8:30. Because my God, today we'll get to it. Let's go to greatday.com and give y'all the daily motivator right here. Okay, here we go. To be aware of a single shortcoming in oneself is more useful than to be aware of 1,000 in someone else. Dalai Lama. Very well said. It's time for a day over, everybody, for Friday, July 24th, 2026. Create confidence. Don't wait for confidence. Create it with action. Get started, and you will build the confidence to keep going. Persist in the effort, and you generate the confidence to finish. You'll have trouble talking yourself into genuine confidence. What you must do is work yourself into it. The more you see yourself getting results, the more confident you become about reaching for greater results. Not only does experience teach you, it vanquishes your doubts. You'll need some faith to take the first step. After that, your growing confidence makes your action self-reinforcing. Get that momentum before going in your favor. The sooner you take action, the more confident you can become around more. You know, I'll say this, man, when it comes to creating confidence, confidence is not loud, it's not boastful, it just showcases itself, right? And sincerely, I think a lot of times people will do the most to be seen because they don't see themselves, right? So the first thing I want to say to you is, I've said this before too, if you really want to look at a person who is really blessed, look at how they move. Okay, if you want to see a person who is moving like a curse, look at how they move. And I know that I say what I say, and it's called freedom of speech. If you don't like it, it is what it is. But I want you to look at people's patterns, right? If they are doing the thing that somebody else talked about, then maybe that person might be right or something, right? And we have to look at everything as take it as a radar scope, right? Let's judge people by their totality of who they are, not just by a moment, right? That's the first thing I want to tell you. The second thing that I want to tell you is this. Not only does experience teach you, it vanquishes your doubts. Every social media job that I've applied for, I've gained more confidence by every time I apply, because I know that my mindset for how I talk about people, how I am able to take an inch and make it a mile, and how I'm able to really be still in my creativity, that's a gift. That's a gift for some company out there that they really want to elevate in the world, and they just need that right person. But in the same token, listen now, you're gonna have to take the lid off the jar, trust me, and move out my way too, right? So if you want the best of me, you'll have to trust all of me. And that's very hard for any company nowadays because, hello, have you seen the world outside today and who's in charge of the country, its administration, its sports, right? But also the same token too, companies are not willing to risk it like that, like they used to. And so you have to make sure that whatever you pitch, you know through your heart of hearts, your minds of minds, and your soul of soul that it's going to work. And I try to have the mindset Walt Disney of like, hey, you had an idea, it did work, but that doesn't mean it's the end of the world. And I rise like that. But I think if we have more of a mindset of that nature, then maybe we would not only experience some new things, but also too, we will be able to have more pathways to invest in new places, right? That's the second thing I want to tell you. And finally, the third thing that I want to tell you is this, everybody. The sooner you take action, the more confident you can become. It is never too late for you to get yourself right. The day that you are under the ground is the day it's over, right? So just want to let you know that. And with that being said, start with the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special because you always want a blessing and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Last one thing to call yourself is nothing chosen. One love, much love, all love. I spend time with you, you spend time with me, and hopefully by spending time together, we'll pray together. And always remember we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just recognizing that, hey, listen, if you just own up to what you are responsible for, maybe you won't have to worry about trying to make sure that your decisions don't come back to bite you. Make sure the replay is not just worthy for you to watch it, not just worthy for you to listen to it, but for you to want to experience it again. I love you. I value you. I embrace you all. Always remember, or see love you gotta give it, or see love you gotta give it, or see love you gotta give it. Whatever obstacles you have overcome, wherever success you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But if no one else is proud of you, rather be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all listen. If we don't have consequences, then how do we correct wrongs? So we don't have consequences, how do we correct wrongs? So we don't have consequences, how do we correct wrongs? And I think Alicia Brown is going through what she's going through because she brought this on herself, right? And this should be a powerful lesson to everybody that your past, your present, and what could be in your future matters, right? And you probably wonder, well, how does your future dictate where you are now? What you're investing in now leads to rewards or consequences later. Your present allows you to figure out what you need to do now to live your best life for now, to live your best life right now. And your past is a toolbox to see, oh, that memory was good. Okay, I learned a lot from that. Okay, that is bad. I need to stay away from it. So your past, your present, and your future are all a toolbox to help you live your best life. Commercial break and fireworks cover your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings that are on the way. You mean all of us as a society, as people, as culture. I feel the love and I send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. I will see you all here in just a little bit. Man, the Seals, child. We got a lot to talk about with her. Love you all. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken-ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stinks a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.